Welcome back, everybody. RC here for Photography Tips and Tricks Product Spotlight. This week, we're talking about Perfectly Clear from Athentech. So to join me, I have Riley. What's going on, man?
Not too much. Glad to be here.
Thanks. Hey, listen, as a photographer, I spend a lot of time shooting, right? Portraits and landscapes and all sorts of stuff. And a lot of the times, I like playing inside of Lightroom. I like playing inside of Photoshop, but speed. Speed's the game. Speed's the game. So for me, using something like Perfectly Clear has helped out a lot, and I thought it would be a good idea to share with you guys a little bit of that. Now, talk to us a little bit about Perfectly Clear.
Absolutely. Well, Perfectly Clear, what we do is we allow you to take all of those steps that you've been doing in Photoshop and Lightroom each and every time to correct your images, and we solve that by just doing one-click fix. So this is intelligent image correction, so you no longer have to do each and every one of these adjustments on each image.
Okay.
Intelligently does each correction for you. So let's hop in and we can take a look at what we're going to do and show you a few images here.
Okay, great.
So what we do is we look at any image that might have something incorrect about it. Let's go on an example that might be an underexposed image.
Perfect.
Something we've all done.
Perfect, yep.
So essentially what we know here is that if we traditionally just bring up our exposure, likely we're going to lose a lot of that exciting detail that's right in here. So what Perfectly Clear does, we're a plugin for Photoshop and Lightroom, also non-destructive, which is a great feature as well.
Okay.
We run that through Perfectly Clear, and what this does is scans pixel by pixel and adjusts accordingly. So it intelligently realizes every pixel in the image, and now what we can do is run this through just a standard details preset, and with one click, we'll fully adjust and correctly expose our image, giving us both the background as well as all that nice detail right here.
Absolutely.
And maintaining everything here.
Okay.
So that's the intelligent part. No longer do layers and all those masking come into play.
Right.
It's one-click fix. But as we look at a few other ones, this is where I want to show you the really intelligent side. What if we take that same preset and run that across an overexposed image? Traditionally, this should not work. An underexposed image and an overexposed image being adjusted by the same exact preset.
Right, if you take that preset and you bring it onto that, it's going to take an overexposed picture and make it yet even more overexposed.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now as we look, I've run both images through the same preset. So here's our overexposed image, and it's taken and bringing us down, recognizing that the correct that needs to happen in the issue is to bring our exposure down.
Okay.
As I run that same preset again through that next image, what it's going to do is realize what the correction that needs to be made and then adjust accordingly.
And I think that that's the part that's important about most of this stuff. Like you talk about the concept of intelligent right, protection, or correction. What you're doing is, I don't want to necessarily have to pick the right solution for the right thing. Like this one needs this one needs this one. There's plenty of time for that. But sometimes I just want to get it done.
Exactly.
So being able to do that kind of stuff, I think is a good thing.
Absolutely. So really what we've done as a company is identified the correct and perfectly clear balanced image as, think of it as a level 0. So no matter whether you shoot overexposed, underexposed, maybe you have a few different tint issues in your image, one click will solve all of those issues and correct each and every image.
Nice, nice, very, very good.
So as we bring it in, I'll show you what our tint correction is as well, and we can kind of jump into the interface to see what we're looking to do. So as I bring in a few different images, and of course we can even look at one that might have a wedding dress.
Okay.
I can run all 3 images through our fixed tint, bring those in, and what it's going to do is the software is actually going to recognize the level of tint correction that's needed. So the worse the tint, no longer is it the more the photographer has to work.
Right.
We look at this, and each and every one, it's a nice white wedding dress, was almost tangerine before.
Right.
As we bring it to our next one, which is
this
very
is the one that
different,
I like.
a heavy tint issue, that same click is going to do it. And even as we go then onto that next casual snowy day photograph where you have that cool look on your snow, no worries, because that one-click fix is going to completely adjust that and correct that image. Now we've also got another feature more on the landscape side of things, which is really powerful. So any of those images where, the reason you took the photograph is because it's a beautiful, beautiful location.
Right.
But the image doesn't really portray exactly where you were.
No, not at all.
So what we want to do is bring it into Perfectly Clear, and that one click, rather than kind of fiddling around with that recipe of exposure and contrast and trying to keep all that detail, what we do is we can just run through something like Details or Vivid. Now, Vivid and Details are really going to boost your contrast and find those levels of exposure and contrast and saturation that balance that image for you. Now, we even have a Landscapes button, as you see down here. So as you can see, with one click, we've come from here to here.
That's great. That's great, great work. Now, listen, if they want to find out more information about this, where can they go for that?
They can go to athentech.com. So Athentech.com is our website, and not only do we offer all the education and a free trial, but we've just launched our entire webinar program on April 1st, so free education.
Now guys, we're gonna do another one of these, right? So it'll be coming up soon. If you think that this is really good, wait till you see what it does with beautification and people. You're gonna wanna see that, but if not, if you're gonna wanna just dive in right now, make sure you go to that Athentech website, go take a look at the webinars. My name is RC, this is Riley. We'll see you guys soon, take care.